Welcome to Basic Brewing Video. I'm James Spencer.
And I'm Steve Wilkes.
Welcome to the last Basic Brewing Video of the year.
It is the last one, boy.
It's our end of the year Barleywine episode. Did we do one last year?
No, I think we did it's like a straight all 100% wheat thing, or I'm not sure.
So we're reviving the tradition of the end of the year Barleywine.
Yeah. Or something like that.
And we're revisiting a recipe that I did 3-4 years ago, maybe.
That's what I was going to ask. So
Don't open it yet.
Come on.
But this is the Fruitcake barley wine. It is just super weird. But despite that, some of you have written in, and at least one of you I've met in person, have done this recipe up to a full 5-gallon scale.
Boy, that cost a fortune.
Yeah, no kidding. And it's taken a big chance, which is why you do a small batch first. And that's what we did the first time, is I only did a 1-gallon batch. And I said, what the heck, this is weird, let's do it. And it was great. In fact, we tasted some of those bottles, 2-3 years afterwards, and they were it just
Even better.
aged perfectly.
Yeah.
Now, hoppy barley wines, I don't like to age. I think like a Bigfoot barley wine from Sierra Nevada, I think that tastes best fresh.
I agree.
I had an old barley wine, old one of those the other night that I got from the basement. It just wasn't good. It just, to me, the hops had gone, and it was oxidized. Wasn't good. This recipe, though, you can attest. We tried it, several years or a few years after we made it the first time, and it was really good.
So this is going to be cool. I'm anxious to revisit those flavors.
So I did.
1 potato, 2 potato.
Yes. The first half of the year we were doing small batches.
Yeah.
And here lately we've been scaling up those small batches.
It's clearing up though now.
The scaling?
Yeah. Well, that's a heartbreak of psoriasis.
When you scale up.
Oh.
So I made a 2-gallon batch
of
it this time. So we'll have, if it's good, we'll have more of it. So
Next
here we go.
Make a 3-gallon batch.
Maybe.
Okay.
So I started off with 8 pounds of, let's start at the very beginning. In my 5-gallon brew pot, I heated up 14 quarts of water to 162 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 13.2 liters at 72 C. And in that I put 8 pounds or 3.6 kilograms of American 2-row and 4 ounces or 113 grams of 90 Lovibond Crystal. And I mashed that at 150 degrees or 65 C for 60 minutes. And since that 5-gallon pot was small enough to fit in my electric smoker, I put it in my electric smoker and held it easily at that mash temperature. Then I did brew in a bag, so I did no sparge essentially. I just took out the bag of grain, squeezed all the good stuff out, and just started there. I didn't sparge at all. And I had a pre-boil volume of 3 gallons or 11 liters. Now, this is where the fun begins. At 60 minutes before the end of the boil, I added 7 grams of Magnum, and that's as traditional as we're gonna get, because at 30 minutes before the end of the boil, I added a half a cup or 136 grams of brown sugar, 4 tablespoons or 75 grams of molasses, and then at 10 minutes before the end of the boil, I got some 6 ounces or 170 grams of Candied Mango and 6 ounces or 170 grams of candied pineapple, as you would find in a fruitcake. And then 5 minutes before the end of the boil, I added 1 teaspoon each, which is about 2.5 grams, we figure, of cinnamon, powdered ginger, powdered cloves, and powdered nutmeg. So, and then I fermented with a pack of Safale US-05, which I hydrated, and I put that in a Mr. Beer fermenter, and I whisked it up with the whisk, sanitized whisk, to put the oxygen in, and let it go, and it fermented very well. The starting gravity was 1.101.
Ooh.
1101. The final gravity, it went all the way down to 1.013 or 1013.
So you turned it up to 11.
11.8 is what I turned it up to. That's the ABV. 11.8%.
Well, Nigel,
So-
I think you've
That's right.
done a great job.
Well, we'll see.
All right.
So open it up, decant carefully because there's a lot of stuff in the bottom.
All right.
I hate it when I get a lot of stuff in the bottom. Did it carbonate? Oh, pour fiercely.
Well, I was afraid I was gonna.
It's in a cool room, so it might need some more time to carbonate. It's been in the. Oh, I got a chunk with that one.
I think that's a little candied mango.
I think it is too. It will carbonate. I'm sure. Cheers.
Oh well, that just says Christmas all over. Yeah,
Oh,
that's really good.
you get the fruit,
Yep.
you get the spice, but you don't get a face full of alcohol like you think you might.
No, you don't.
It's a bit sweet, but I think as it carbonates, I used 4 of those little carbonation tablets
Oh yeah.
in there. So I think the yeast is probably a little tired from doing all that work. I think it eventually will do the job.
This is delicious. I was afraid there was too much clove when you listed it off. I thought, oh, that's a lot of clove. But I'm not getting a big clove bomb out of this.
Yeah, I mean, the first time I made it, I put in all those spices and then I stood over the brew pot and just got, it was like intense potpourri and I said, oh, this is going to be awful. But it's good.
That's really good.
It's
Yeah.
good. I mean, it went all the way down to 1013, so it's not thick.
Ooh, that's really alcoholic. All of a sudden, I was just like,
Hello.
I get a little buzz.
Do you need to lie down?
might need to take a little nap. Get the
Glass of water from Mr. Granger.
basic brewing nap couch ready.
We have a fainting couch.
It did. It hit me like a shot of whiskey.
Really?
I'm not kidding.
Wow.
Let's do that again.
Well, this is a good. It's a good reason that you need to share this, and we do encourage moderation. We talked a lot about doing session beers
Yep.
or low gravity beers at the beginning of the year. Christmas time is a time where you can overindulge
Easily.
as long as you do it responsibly.
That is just, that's very, very nice. I can taste the fruit. I'm sure I'm repeating what you've already said, but I can get all that little sweet fruit out of there, and the spices aren't overwhelming. I'm not a big fan of spiced beers, usually. Because usually I think they're overspiced. Even commercial brands that I've tried, and maybe, I don't know how you decide that. It's like I think restaurant food's too salty too,
Yeah.
So, but this really is, it's just right. And boy, that's really strong stuff.
Yeah, I better slow down.
That is amazing, actually. I've never brewed a big beer like this.
Well,
I've never brewed anything this big.
I know where you can get a recipe.
If only there was somewhere where you could write down.
A handy brewer's logbook, mayhaps. If you didn't get one under your tree for Christmas, go to our website and pick one up.
Actually, this morning I was bottling and I'm getting ready to brew. Yeah, I know. And I took the final gravity of this beer that I bottled just this morning. By the way, the Brix was 6.9. I don't know what that translates to right now. Just wanted to get it on records because I'm going to forget, because I couldn't find. I was like, I wish I had somewhere I could write this down. And I was like, oh wait.
If only you had designed something yourself.
So there you go.
Well, great. I'm sure this will carbonate over time. And we're going to lay this down because I got 16 more, I think, in the other room. So we'll lay it down and be enjoying it for years to come.
Absolutely.
So thank you guys for sticking with us for another year.
Yeah.
And here's to a healthy and happy 2014.
Jeez.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Come and visit us on the web. At basicbrewing.com, you can find archive lists of both our audio and video podcasts on home brewing. You can also find our DVDs, Extract Brewing and Partial Mashing, Stepping into All Grain, Low-Tech Lagering and Decoction Mashing, Introduction to Wine Kits, and our Basic Brewing Brewer's Logbook, where you can track and log up to 50 batches of beer. Drop us a line. We'd love to hear from you. Write to James at basicbrewing.com, Steve at basicbrewing.com, or just use the contact form on basicbrewing.com.
Almost missed my mouth.
Whew.